let us continue and let us start our webinar on Oracle GoldenGate 23 AI. So, Oracle GoldenGate 23 AI is the latest version of Oracle GoldenGate, which has integrated some of the AI features and subsequently they are getting added. So, we all know one thing is AI is future of GoldenGate. And why we are all here today is to do a webinar so that I can provide you insights on this new product of Oracle GoldenGate. So Oracle GoldenGate has been in the market for so long, right? Now it's there since 2009, and the best part with GoldenGate is it always integrates the latest technology. So being a technologist, we always fear with the future of the product, right? Now the best part with GoldenGate is earlier, it integrated microservices in 2017 itself. And we all know microservices is being adopted by a lot of technologies. On top of that, now, Golden Gate has integrated AI feature as well. And the latest version is called as 23 AI. So Oracle has implemented like lot of new features in Oracle GoldenGate 23 AI, and one of the main feature, of course, is adopting the AI technologies, right? So we all know what AI can do, right? AI is, of course, the future, and there are speculation like how many of you think that when after about 2 or 3 or 4 years, uh, out of the 5 jobs, 3 will be replaced by AI. And I believe just type in the chat window with yes or no. So I would say yes if you ask me based on the consideration and the growing stature of AI, right? So in the current world, it is very imperative for all of us to adopt or to go with the and to learn the latest technologies, especially the AI features. Not only Golden Gate, I'm talking about AI as a whole as well. And guys, let me tell you, I'm right now like AI, when you start learning, it will blow your mind. So I would highly recommend each one of you to pick AI features, AI products, and go with those. You will be like, you will be out of you will be out of your mind after learning new things. Of course, some of them are subscription based, and of course good things doesn't come free, but when you use them, they will make your life easy. Now Golden Gate 23 AI is also one of the feature, and the best part with Golden Gate 23 AI is it has integrated the AI features, and with the Oracle Golden Gate technology, you are bound to means when you learn Oracle Golden Gate, you're bound to get very good IT professional career, and of course financially wise it is also rewarding. So without doing further delay, let us start. Now today's session agenda, what we are going to discuss is introduction to Oracle Golden Gate 23 AI, installation of Oracle Golden Gate 23 AI, look and feel you will see, and there will be question and answer of it. So, what is Oracle Golden Gate 23 AI and why learn it? So, Oracle Golden Gate 23 AI is the latest version of Oracle Golden Gate. So, if I have to give you a brief history of Oracle Golden Gate, so basically, Golden Gate was founded in 1995. Okay, it was a standalone company. It wasn't Oracle Golden Gate. In 2009, Oracle overtook it, and since then it is known as Oracle Golden Gate. Now, Oracle Golden Gates itself in its own market has a niche area. Like it supports the benefits of Golden Gate includes replication, so it replicates the data. It can be used for disaster recovery. It can be used for zero downtime upgradation and migration. So Golden Gate, and you can use your target database for offloading the reporting jobs, right? So Oracle Golden Gate provides you real-time data, and 23 AI basically has introduced few features wherein the performance could be increased multiple folds as well. then reduce time downtime, like minimize disruptions during database upgradation. Then improved analytics are there. So performance metrics server, so for those who don't know, performance metrics server is used to measure the performance of Oracle GoldenGate. So improved analytics have been introduced from Oracle GoldenGate 23 AI onwards. So there are lot of, so one of the major reason why, if you ask this question to me, why, what is Oracle GoldenGate 23 AI and why learn it, is 23 AI is the latest version of GoldenGate. And of course, the thing is, 23 AI is going to be the boom, guys, related to Golden Gate, because it has AI associated to it. It has AI keyword associated to it. And let me tell you, it's not long. Oracle has launched it, but 23 AI is capturing the market. So customers are very much interested with the features and with the promo. With the another reason I'll tell you for it is, apart from the features, the way Oracle is targeting its customers. See, marketing is really very important when you are selling the product, and the product is owned by Oracle, of course, right? So the way they are marketing it, the way they are projecting that product aggressively, it is next level. And like the customers are also seeing potential. So the thing is, it's not like only Oracle is projecting and marketing. Of course, that also matters, but the way customers are seeing potential into it, it is really very important. And of course, now the question is, why you should learn it is not because it has 23 AI, or not because, so to be honest, like if I were you, or if I have to, if I have to learn Golden Gate or any technology in this world, I would go because it is in demand in the market. It can help me in getting better paid job, and it can also like make me grow personally as well, right? So if I talk about mainframe, there are mainframe guys as well right now. In current scenario, what is happening is, you don't want to learn something which is going to get extinct, or which doesn't have much demand in the market, right? Because considering, when I start to learn a product, or when I learn something new, I try to see what potential it has in it, whether it has a future up to 5 years and after 5 years as well. See, I cannot predict the future, right? And I'm not the one who will predict it. But yes, of course, I can project it based on the forecast, based on the discussion, and based on my gut feeling. I can take the informed decision myself. So if I see that Golden Gate 23i has been launched, so the best part with Golden Gate is, when microservices, so Golden Gate microservices was launched in 2017. And again, people were asking at that time was, why microservices? So the best part with Oracle right now is, it is targeting Golden Gate as its premier product, and they are right now ensuring that this product doesn't get overshadowed by, or the market share is getting overshadowed by other products. So the thing was, still, like, how many of you know what are the competitors of Golden Gate, and post it into the chat window. I'll continue that point in next few minutes. Okay. So the question is, how many of you know or think who are the competitors of Golden Gate in the market? And we'll take it from there. Okay. So I'll continue why learn it part, but prior to that, Golden Gate 23 AI is the new version of Golden Gate. Of course, Code Database 23 AI has been launched as well. Along with that, they have launched 23 AI, and the support data type, or the way it is configured, lot of new things are there, and it is soothing to the eye as well, you will see. So what are different types of Golden Gate architecture? So I'll touch base upon it for those who don't know about that, and then we'll continue with 23 AI again. Okay. So thank you guys. I can see a lot of comments coming out there related to what are the competitors. Okay, so I'll take all that part, but prior to that, let me complete this Golden Gate architecture, different types of Golden Gate architecture, and then I'll move to the, again, competitors part again. Okay, because I want to test, like, see, the reason why I'm asking this question is, I want to understand, do you think there is competitor of Golden Gate first of all? Okay. Okay, now let us discuss about what are different types of Golden Gate architectures available. So different types of Oracle Golden Gate architectures which are available are classic architecture and microservices architecture. So classic architecture is there since beginning of Golden Gate. So as I told you, Golden Gate was founded in 1995. Okay. In 2009, Oracle overtook it. Until 2017, there was only one way to configure Golden Gate, and that was through command prompt, GGSCA. Right? How many of you have seen GGSCA? Many of you must have seen in my previous sessions or in your or at your workplace as well. Itself, you must have seen that. Right? So until 2017, there was only one way to configure Golden Gate, and that was through command prompt GGSCA. Okay. Now, in 2017, so until 2017, this method was called as Oracle Golden Gate. Okay. In 2017, August, Oracle launched a new architecture of Golden Gate, which is called as microservices architecture. So the major difference between classic and microservices is in classic architecture, things runs as a process. However, in microservices, it runs as a service. Okay. So in 2017, microservices was launched, and this was called as Oracle Golden Gate microservices. And they launched, they renamed a existing architecture of Golden Gate to Oracle Golden Gate Classic architecture. So classic means nothing but the traditional architecture. Okay, so they renamed the existing architecture to Oracle Golden Gate Classic architecture. So Oracle Golden Gate Classic architecture allows you to set up, manage, troubleshoot, configure Golden Gate through GGSCI command prompt. So it is command prompt based architecture, classic architecture. Now, microservices architecture, one of the feature is GUI, and it is service-based architecture. It is REST API calls are made, and it is service-based architecture. Okay, so microservices architecture was launched in 2017, and the Golden Gate version from which microservices started was Golden Gate 12.3. So let me tell you, until Golden Gate version 12.2. And guys, whenever I'm mentioning only the version, it means I'm talking about Golden Gate version, not database version, unless I specify. Okay. So until Golden Gate 12.2, only classic architecture was there. That means only GGSCI could be used to configure, manage, set up Golden Gate. From Golden Gate 12.3 onwards, microservices was launched. So from Golden Gate 12.3 to 21C, both classic and microservices coexist. So you can pick and choose if supported, you can pick and choose whether you want to go with classic architecture or microservices architecture. Now from 23 AI onwards, only microservices is available. Classic architecture has been deprecated. Okay, so 23 AI is a fusion of microservices as well as AI. So you can understand, you can try to grab or try to know the power of Golden Gate 23 AI, because microservices, of course, still many technologies are still adopting it. And along with that, it has adopted AI. So it is fusion of two powerful technologies which are right now very much in demand. So you can understand like Golden Gate 23 AI is going to be the huge product for Oracle. Okay. And I'm not saying this, of course, based on my insights, guys. That let me tell you, I read means whatever I tell you right now, and let me tell you, I don't work for Oracle. So I won't sell this product to you. Like I won't say that implement or put this product in your organization or buy licenses for it, because I don't work for Oracle. My only intention is to deliver knowledge on Oracle Golden Gate. My only intention is to make people aware about uh, Golden Gate. So whatever I am telling you right now, it is not like anyone has told me to promote the product. It's just out of my Will, out of my like passion, I'm sharing because I want to ensure, because people come to me and I receive lot of emails, lot of WhatsApp, lot of DMs over LinkedIn asking lot of questions related to Golden Gate. So it's my duty to ensure that if I know something, I should give it back to the community. So that is why I'm just letting you know, based, of course, it's my views, what I'm letting you know, but the views are based not only on my assumption, but based on my learning, based on my reading, because I do read a lot related to the technologies. Then of course, it also involves discussion with Oracle. But yes, one thing is, the product is of Oracle. And if I ask Oracle, they will always say that, yeah, product is going to be there and we are working on it. But I do ask them the proof. And based on that only, based on analyzing those only, I'm telling you this. So that's why I'm saying the 23 AI is future of both, it is fusion of both microservices as well as AI, and both are booming right now, right? So from 23 onwards, you can only configure microservices. You are not allowed to use classic architecture. So Oracle Golden Gate Classic Arc. So one more thing before I proceed in this, there is a question which people ask, of course, is, so when you are starting your learning, which one should you start with? Like suppose you are newbie to Golden Gate and you have been given the environment. So which one you should start with? Should you start with Classic? Should you start with microservices? Should you start with Golden Gate 21C? And which one is right now widely used? So let me give you the breakdown. So in terms of these numbers are based on Oracle numbers. So 21C classic architecture still is being utilized at 80% of implementations. So if you go out into the market, approximately 80% of implementations are still on classic architecture. Microservices presence is less, but it is growing day by day, of course. So microservices is a product which so microservices is a product which gives organization lot of new features. So microservices allows you, so microservices presence basically, if I have to tell you, is approximately 20% as of today, but it is growing. And of course, with classic architecture being deprecated, the percentage of customers using it will of course increase as well. Now, which one you should start with? So see, when you're starting your learning, okay, let me like I always take my example, because see, there are so means if I go to 100 people, not 100 people will have same view. So of course you will have your own view as well. But based on my view, I'm telling you, when you're starting your learning, if you're newbie to Golden Gate, you should first start with classic architecture. But let me tell you, microservices is a separate product as well. And it's not like you need to have classic architecture knowledge. But the thing is, w- microservices, one of the feature is GUI. And microservices also has command prompt. So if you are starting learning with microservices, you should learn command prompt as well. Or first learn classic architecture first, so that you know internally how things are happening. Like I give you one analogy. When I started my learning, I got my first computer. So at that time, Windows were launched. Okay. Now I started directly working on GUI. So say for example, I have to open my computer. At that time, my computer used to come with Windows, right? So my computer folder, I should be precise. So when I used to click on my computer folder, right? So it just displayed me, it was a GUI. However, when you do things on command prompt, I know it's not soothing to the eye, but for learning purpose or understanding purpose, it is very much great. Like I compare myself to my seniors who worked on DOS. Okay, in they were much better than me in computer because internally they knew how things are working. Like if there is some delay, like for me, if something is not working, the major solution is And of course, for all of us, most of us, the major solution is restart the device, and it works. Do you know why? Because internally there are some locks which are there, some minor glitches there which is causing it to happen. So if you are good in command prompt, because see, internally a call is being made, and if you know the command prompt of each technology, you don't need to restart. For us, restart is the easiest and safest solution, because we think that restarting has resolved, and it does. But you have to understand what it did was, it basically, the lock which was created, it has removed that lock. So if you know, if you're good into command prompt, you can internally understand and know how things are moving, what is causing the issue. You don't need to restart. Restart is just a fix. It is not a permanent solution, right? Because it may cause some other issue later on, or same kind of issue. If you're stuck again, you might have to restart. So the whole thing is, with command prompt, when you learn, you become more, it becomes more easier for you to learn GUI part as well. Okay. So classic architecture is GGSCI based and available for both non-Oracle and Oracle database in beginning. Microservices is available from 12.3 version onwards and allows better integration with cloud. Support for non-Oracle database for microservices was introduced from GoldenGate version 12 GoldenGate version 21C onwards. Now there is one more product in GoldenGate family which is called as Oracle GoldenGate Veridata. Have you heard about Veridata? So Veridata, as the name suggests, it verifies the data for you. It is kind of a monitoring tool. So Veridata, what it does is, say for example, on source you have 10,000 records in the table. On target you have 9,000 records. So what Veridata can do for you is, it can identify the discrepant records and it can repair those discrepancies as well for you. Veridata's latest version 23C is very good. Look and feel is very good, and it is very nice product to compare. Of course, it's separately licensed, but nowadays a lot of Veridata admin jobs are into the market as well, because there are lot of migrations going on and organizations want to validate the data post migration. Okay. So Oracle Golden Gate family contains three things: classic architecture, microservices, and Veridata. These are the three things which constitutes or which makes Oracle Golden Gate Veridata. Oh, sorry, Oracle Golden Gate environment. Okay. Now, with the introduction of uh, classic architecture, oh, sorry, microservices architecture, many people ask me this question, that does integrated no longer exist? So the answer to that question is so there are only two types of architecture, classic and microservices. There is no integrated architecture. Integrated is type of extract or replicate. So there are two types of extracts, integrated extract and classic extract. Integrated is available from 11 to 04 Golden Gate version, and classic extract is available since beginning. Same way, there are different types of replicates, like non-integrated or classic replicate, integrated replicate, which is available, which was introduced in 12.1, coordinated replicate, which was introduced in 12.2, and parallel replicate, which was introduced in 12.3. So now let us see how can we install Oracle Golden Gate 23i. But prior to that, I want to answer that question. Okay. There was a question which was asked, what are the competitors of Golden Gate you see? Okay, so people have mentioned Qulic replicate, absolutely. So Qulic is there. Then there is 5-tran HVR, yes. Then IBM CDC replication, yes, you can consider that as well. Then you can consider Quest Shareplex as well, yes. Now there is one answer, like Informatica. No, Informatica is not a competitor of Golden Gate. Then Data Guard, guys, this is like also uh, misconception, I should say, among a lot of people, that Data Guard is competitor of Golden Gate. The answer is no. And I always say one thing: you can compare apple to apple, but you cannot compare apple to orange. Right. So if Data Guard is apple, Golden Gate is orange, or vice versa. You cannot compare both of them at all. Remember, the reason is what data guard can do. There are see, data guard is nothing but database level replication tool. Golden Gate is a product which is not only replication. It is, first of all, let me tell you, Golden Gate is not a database replication tool. Golden Gate is an object level replication tool. So it replicates the objects between source and target. So Golden Gate can replicate the object. So table data, scheme application data, it is basically meant to replicate. Okay. So data guard is not competitor of Oracle Golden Gate. Now, if you are interested, because we have limited time, and if how many of you know what are the competitors of Golden Gate? See, how many of you think now that competitors which you have mentioned, what would be the market share of it? Let me tell you. Oracle Golden Gate market share as of today, if I talk about in database technologies, replication is 96%. Or I will be conservative. I will give enough 95%. You can see my conservative percentage. It's 95% and it's whopping, guys. You can see the market being captured and you can understand, right? How customers are acquiring the licenses of Golden Gate. There are now there are competitors of Golden Gate which include Shareplex, which includes Actinity, which is also now called as Kulik Replicate. Okay. So earlier it was Actinity, now it is Actinity. Now it is called as Kulik Replicate. Okay. Now, like 5-tran HVR, it is another competitor. Now, if I have to tell you out of these 5%, if I have to take the maximum number, it would be less, of course, but I'll be now generous. Shareplex market share is 2%. It's Actunity, or I call it as Actunity still instead of Kulik Replicate. The reason is I have worked on Actunity as well, and means I am not sure why, but still I call it with its own name, old name. So the product is percentage is 1%. And if I talk about all other products related to database replication, it's only remaining with would be less than 2%. So you can see the market share being captured, and it's not like Shareplex is a new product, that's why market share is less, or Golden Gate is an old product, that's why market share is less. No, Shareplex itself, if I know, it is there in market since 2010, 11. And it must be before that. I don't know the history of Shareplex, but I'm just letting you know when I first heard about Shareplex. So the thing is, if it's not able to grow and Oracle Golden Gate has its hold on the market, there has to be some reason for it. And the reason is Oracle basically put all its efforts in Golden Gate, ensuring that, because see, it's a cash cow for them. Okay. It's like a product which is doing very good for them. And it is giving them a lot of, and see, each company has one hero product, and that hero product is Oracle Golden Gate. Apart from that, the feature it provides, okay, another reason why Golden Gate is very popular is lot of organizations is still have Oracle database, right? Oracle database market share in terms of database technologies would be approximately 70 to 75%. The reason is it provides security, support wise, it is good. But there is a question which people ask is that with this other database introduction like Postgres, MongoDB, or any other technology, the, ma- th- there are a lot of organizations which are moving to different databases because Oracle is costly, right? So the market share is dropping. Guys, the answer is, I'll tell you one thing. It's a human psychology. We always look into the negative news. And that's correct. Means I'm not denying the fact that customers, Oracle is losing its customers. There is attrition. But we don't hear the news about how many new customers Oracle has acquired. So the thing is, number of customers who are leaving Oracle is less than number of customers, new customers being acquired by Oracle. So Oracle is getting like, it is still the leading market player, and still in terms of, see, security is one of the major thing. Like if you know, in recent memory, you must have heard there are a lot of data leakages happening, and in every country. If I talk about India, if I talk about US, if I talk about Canada, if I talk about Switzerland, if I talk about any other country in Europe, if I talk about Gulf countries, to be honest, either the news is not coming, or I have not heard, or their laws are so strict. So I haven't heard any data leak news from Dubai or UAE myself. But all around the globe, this is a major issue, right? So data leak, as I mentioned, like data leak means, you say, for example, open an account in some bank, okay, now, or in any financial institution. Now you provided your personal details. Of course, to open the account you have to provide your details, like your name, email ID, or credit card details, your bank account details, and other things which are very much confidential, right? So if, say, for example, in data leak happens, the hackers get access to my information, like my name, my credit card details, my bank account details, and other things. You can understand what would happen, right? So data is of utmost importance for any organization. Data is of primary importance. The reason is, if data leak happens, organization lose their goodwill. They lose their brand value which they have created. And guys, in this world, nothing is more than the brand value. If, say, for example, people know me as a Golden Gate expert or Golden Gate guru, like Ashish Agarwal, so if that brand has built, I have to ensure that I live up to that expectation. Okay. If, say, for example, if due to any reason my brand value is not there, or it basically discriminates, or it basically comes down, for whom it would be a big impact? I would be impacted because of it. Either maybe it could be like mentally, it could be financially, it could be any reason, but the biggest impactor would be me. So the we have to understand one thing is, when the brands are built, they don't want to lose their reputation, right? So Oracle database market, or in terms of data security, what Oracle can provide, still the competitors are, and especially open source database, they cannot provide that. Of course, the low version, the low, the small organizations where data, where they create the database of their customers, but it's not an open market, like it's not shared, or it's not like they keep their database with themselves. Yes, they can go with the open source databases, because they don't require to pay the huge licensing fee, so it makes sense to go with them. But when we talk about big financial institutions, yes, Oracle, and right, and I'm not talking Golden Gate, I'm talking about Oracle database. It really has a huge presence still. Right. So the thing is, this attrition rate of Oracle database, I always compare it with Indian IT companies. So people who are from India, or who know about Indian IT companies like TCS, Infosys, Tech Mahindra, or any other HCL. So we all know, right? We always hear the term that there is an attrition rate of 10%, 15%. Like people who left TCS last year were 15%, right? But we don't hear about how many customers, like there are of course some news which comes, but it doesn't become that prominent, that they new associates which they hired were 17%. So still the workforce of them still is increasing, and day by day we hear that the workforce of TCS, Infosys, or any IT company increased to the next level, right? So Oracle database market is still growing. I would not say it is in decline. Of course, it is losing customers, and when customers when they're in today's world, especially, there are a lot of new technologies which are coming. So they are losing the customers, but on the other hand, they're acquiring new customers as well. Okay. So the thing is, the whole reason why I wanted to tell you is because if the product of Oracle database is there, right? So Oracle GoldenGate is of course going to be used. So a lot of organizations, they just sign end user license agreement with Oracle, with which they are free to use Oracle GoldenGate. So it really makes sense. Now the answer is, should you be learning GoldenGate or not? So if you are into this database technology, yes, go ahead with that. Okay. So now on that note, let us continue to do the installation of Oracle GoldenGate 23 AI. So Oracle GoldenGate 23 AI is basically a product on microservices architecture. Okay. So how do we install Oracle GoldenGate 23 AI? So to install Oracle GoldenGate 23 AI, you need to download the software. Now, what I have done, I've already downloaded the software on these virtual boxes. So once the software is downloaded, we'll go to the binary. I'll go to disk one. Okay. Now there is a run installer. Okay. So do /run installer. So ensure you have a display set and everything. Once you have display set, OUI will be opened in front of you. Okay. So the best part with GoldenGate is you can do both silent installation as well as GUI installation as well. Okay. Now GoldenGate 23 AI is supported with the database 23 AI, database 21C, and below until 11G it is supported. Of course, it also matters what version you want to use. So minimum version which is required to use Oracle GoldenGate 23 AI is Red Hat or Oracle Linux 8 or 9. Okay. If you have OL 7, you cannot install 23A. Okay. Okay. Now, once you are done, click on next. Okay. Next, it would ask for the software location. Software location means where you want to install Oracle GoldenGate 23 AI. So for installing Oracle GoldenGate 23 AI, so right now we are creating the microservices home. So in GoldenGate microservices, there are three homes which you have to create. First is GoldenGate home, second is service manager home, and third is deployment home. So we are going to install this GoldenGate 23 AI in, let me create a new folder. Mm, mm, mm. Oh, because my this environment is up, I cannot open, is it? Oh no, I can. Okay. So what I will do now is I'll go to slash data. Here I'll create one folder OGG23 AI underscore demo. Oh, mkdir OGG23 AI underscore demo. Under this folder, I'll create three homes. OGG23 AI underscore home, OGG23 AI underscore SM, and OGG23 AI underscore deploy. I'll create three homes. Once it is done, so in microservices, we need to create three homes, one for GoldenGate home, second is service manager home, and third is deployment home. So that's why I've created these three directories. Okay. Okay. So now software installation, we need to provide the GoldenGate home. So, so the GoldenGate home is date slash data slash I I created the directory. I did a typo. Just 1 minute. Just 1 minute. I think I did something wrong. Okay. Uh, I did something wrong. So let me do come here. Let me do rm hyphen rf of. Okay. Let me do it again. Make dir ogg 23 ai underscore demo. And I'll go to ogg 23 ai underscore demo. Okay. Here, I'll create three directories. OGG 23 AI underscore home, OGG 23 AI underscore SM, OGG 23 AI underscore deploy. These are the three homes I'm going to create. Okay, so I'll provide these. So it will go inside slash data slash OGG 23 AI underscore demo slash OGG 23 AI underscore home. Okay. Click on next and then you can install it. So Golden Gate installation will be done because microservices involves three things. First, the binaries are required to be installed. Once the installation is done, then we'll create service manager as well as we'll do deployment as well. Okay. So so first installation we are doing, and after that we'll move to the next steps of creating the
Excuse me.
service manager as well as we'll create the deployment. Guys, if you have any question, you can post your questions in the chat window. Okay, so the installation is going on right now. Once installation is completed, then we'll move to the creation of service manager. Okay, so now you see installation of Oracle Golden Gate is successful. So because once it is successful, you can click on close. Okay. So if you go to OGG 23AI demo, now go to OGG 23AI underscore HOM. So we have installed it in this location. So I can remove that. That's okay. It will create automatically that I will remove home. HOME I'll remove. There are some typos which are coming. Sorry guys. Forgive me for the typos. So consider the home as now this OGG 23 AI underscore HOME. Okay. So we'll go to OGG 23 AI underscore HOM. Okay. So Golden Gate microservices 23 AI is installed in it. Now, once it is installed, now you need to create the service manager. So go to bin folder. There you will find oggca.sh. So run it. So again, of course, if the display is not set, you need to set the display for it. Okay. Now you can see in your environment, you can basically, uh, you will get this screen. Now, if you have an existing service manager, I have one of the existing service manager on this machine. So you will get this screen. Otherwise, if you want to create a new service manager, click on new service manager. Oh, sorry. Some integration of mouse is not working properly. I don't know why. So what we need to do, we need to select the new service manager. Okay. After this, you need to provide the location where this service manager will be created. Okay. So this service manager, so software home will be this. Okay. So we need to provide the location of new service manager. So new service manager will be OGG 23 AI. Okay, this would be your service manager home. Then this would be your, sorry. So this would be your home where you have installed GoldenGate. Next is it will ask for the deployment home. This would be your service manager home, which you would provide over here. Okay, 23 AI underscore SM. So this will be your service manager. Now, next is it is asking for the host name where your service manager is required to be installed. So you can give local host or IP address. Then it will ask you for the port number for where you want to run this service manager. So you can provide any port number. Just ensure that that port should be opened and nothing else should be running on it. Okay. And then if you want to make it secured, you can select the server certificate, etc. if you have it from your organization, and then click on next. Okay. In the next screen, it will ask you for the username and password. Now, the thing is, when you log in with with your account, so you need to provide the service manager username and password. So that username and password can be anything. I'll provide OGG admin, OG, OGG admin. Because you log into the service manager, you will see what I mean to say. So on that screen, it will ask you for the username and password. So that administrator account, I am providing the name as OGG admin, OGG admin. Now it is asking for the deployment name, what deployment name you want to create. Because in GoldenGate microservices, you have three things: GoldenGate Home, Service Manager, and then deployment. Under deployment, you have all the services like you have all the services like administration, administrator server, performance metric server, receiver server, distribution server. So that those four services forms a deployment. So you need to provide a deployment name. So I'll provide DP underscore demo. Deployment home would be OGG23 AI underscore deploy. This would be your deployment home. Then it would ask you for the because different services runs under a deployment. So it would ask you for different port numbers for each service. So like administration service, you can provide. So automatically it will select because for service manager, we provided 7860. So all the subsequent four ports, it will assign to rest four services. It's not like you have to do it. You can change it if you want to do that. Okay. Once you are done, you can click on next. You can click on next. It is asking for the TNS admin value as well. Okay. So TNS admin, if you want to provide, so your environment, this environment basically comes with your it basically comes with your TNS entry. So if you want to provide the TNS entry of your environment, you can provide that as well. I did select, I did control C, sorry. Sorry guys, because I did control C, I believe it went away. Let me run eoggca.sh again. I was trying to check the TNS entry details. So you can install this Golden Gate with without having a database. So it's not like you need to have a database installed. You can use it without your
சரி யூடியூப் தானே அது லைவ்
TNS, without any databases. Okay,
பரவாயில்ல
guys,
ஃப்ரீயா
guys, please be on mute if you're not speaking. Okay, so I'll select new service manager again. Deployment home would be OGG23I underscore SM. Port number I'll provide at 7860. So we can use database version as 19C. We can use database version as 23 AI. We can use database version as, in fact, 11G as well with this Oracle Golden Gate environment. That is the best part. Okay. So we need to provide the deployment home, which is DEP underscore demo I'm providing. Deployment home would be deploy. Then it will use the port numbers automatically. Then TNS admin. Look, so as I told you, it by default comes with the Golden Gate 23 AI comes with the Oracle client. So if you want to provide the location, so it would be home slash instant client. And replication schema, you can provide anything and you can change it later on if it asks you to provide.
Ashish,
Okay. Now,
can,
once you
can
are
I
done,
ask
guys, if you have any,
Ashish?
guys, one request, if you have any question, post it in the chat window. Okay. Now, once you are done, you can provide it. So the TNS entry. So the best part from Oracle Golden Gate 21C is Oracle Golden Gate software comes with automatic instant client as well. That means, so prior to 19C, prior to 21C, in fact, you needed to have a Oracle client installed on the server. You cannot use Oracle Golden Gate directly. You require to have an Oracle client. However, from 21C onwards, there has been a change wherein even if you don't have Oracle client, your 21C or 23 AI binaries comes with the Oracle client. So the TNS entry, TNS admin variable, either if you have Oracle database on this server, you can provide, say Golden Gate works as a hub as well, right? So if you're installing Golden Gate as a hub on another server, okay, so in that case, you just need Oracle Golden Gate on hub server if your database is running on remote server. So for that purpose, you can connect to database remotely using the TNS entry. So this is the location we are providing for the TNS entry right now. Okay, so once you have provided the TNS entry location, and then the replication schema, why it is asking for the replication schema is because it create, if you require to create any heartbeat table, checkpoint table, they will be created by default in that particular schema. So you can change that later on as well if you want to change it. Now it is asking for the user deployment username as well. So if you want to create it same, we'll create it as same because both of them has a separate schema, separate username and password, separate details you can provide. So this is another change in 23 AI. In 21C, It's not like in 21c what used to happen was by default it used to create the same credentials for your service manager and deployment. However, from 23 AI onwards, you can provide a separate credentials for logging onto your service manager and deployment. This is a change in 23 AI. Okay. Now, once you are done, you can click on finish. Now, guys, here you see a response file as well. So if you want to do silent installation, you can save this response file and you can use this to install Oracle GoldenGate 23. Okay. Now, one question which is there is TNS admin is only applicable with Oracle database, not with Oracle DB. Yes, correct. So with other databases, it's not applicable. So you can see that the configuration of Oracle GoldenGate deployment was successful, right? Now, if you want to check whether your environment is now, you are able to basically log into your service manager or not. So first of all, let us click on close. Okay. So your service manager is created. Now to verify whether your service manager is up and running, you can do ps-ef grep service. So it will show you that your service manager is running. Now you can reach out to that service manager. So how do you reach out to your service manager? You can provide, so you can provide http colon slash slash localhost or the IP address if you want to provide localhost colon the port number where you have installed service manager, right? So we have installed GoldenGate 23 AI on this port number 7860. Right. Now, once you are able to see this, so here's the look and feel of your 23 AI. So guys, our 23 AI is successfully installed now. And you can see your 23 AI now asking for username and password. So you remember, so you are right now logged into your service manager. Okay. So the credential it asked you for, we provided OGG admin and OGG admin. Press enter. After it, if you want to save it, okay. So now you can see that your service manager is up and running. So you can see we created the deployment here as DP underscore demo, right? So this DP underscore demo is the deployment which is created right now and it is successfully up and running. You see here service manager as well. And under that we have DP underscore demo. So now once your DP underscore demo is created, you can also log in to your deployment. So if you want to log into your deployment, you can select localhost colon 7861 for your administration server. So again, this is a part of the deployment. There are two options to log into this deployment. Either through service manager, you can create your either through your service manager, if you want to create your, if you click on the DP underscore demo, it will take you to this screen. Or you can directly reach out via browser. So again, here as well, provide OGG admin and OGG admin. Press enter. So now it will give you the information and this is where you are right now. See, this is the look and feel of your 23 AI deployment. So this is administration server. If you want to reach out to your distribution server, you have the option of reaching out to your distribution server. Then you have receiver server. Then you have performance metric server as well. So all these services you can see. So right now you have no extract and replicate running. So that's why you see zero extracts and zero replicates running right now. Right now, if say, for example, you want to go to your distribution service. So one option is you can directly go from here, or another option is you can directly go to browser. So you can click on this distribution service over here and it can take you. Another option is you go via browser. Okay. So via browser as well, you click on 7862 because your distribution server is running on 7862. So you can reach out to your distribution server by providing your port number. So this is the distribution server. So just for your information, in classic architecture, you had data pump. In microservices, it has been replaced with distribution servers. Same way, the classic architecture receiver server has been replaced. Sorry, classic architecture collector process has been replaced with receiver server in microservices architecture. And same way, there is the new introduction of performance matrix server, which manages Oracle GoldenGate performance in your environment. So this is how you can install Oracle GoldenGate 23 AI, and this is how look and feel of your Oracle GoldenGate 23 AI is. So you can create your components in Oracle GoldenGate environment like extract, replicate, and instead of data pump, you can create distribution path. Okay. So how do you set up your GoldenGate 23 AI environment? You install software, configure the connections, and then start the process. Because it is important after installing the software, you create the connection from source to target databases. Okay. Now monitoring and troubleshooting. You need to monitor the performance. So there are locks in GoldenGate which will be created. Once you set up GoldenGate, now we have just installed GoldenGate. And installation, again, prior to the installation, now you may have questioned that we can install GoldenGate with this version or with this database or not, or on this operating system or not. So the answer to this question is you can install based on check the certification matrix of GoldenGate. You will get answer on your own for that. So guys, so of course installation today we just discussed installation, but this is not the only part in installation. What are the requirements of GoldenGate? How to ensure that you have sufficient space? How do you ensure that what type of CPUs you need? All these things we discuss as well in our training program. Okay, so monitoring and troubleshooting. Again, so the topic of this webinar was installation and we are running short of time, so I may not be able to discuss this monitoring and troubleshooting GoldenGate best practices. Like I can just give you the overview. So once you configure the processes, you can monitor the logs like ggserr.log of GoldenGate. You can monitor the report file. You can monitor database alert log. So again, you should monitor the network of Oracle GoldenGate which is involved. So a lot of things are involved in Oracle GoldenGate troubleshooting. Now, one thing you have to consider is one question which is being asked from me regularly is like, this is a very valid question in interview as well. People ask me this question a lot. I have been given means there is an interview question wherein you are asked to, y- you are asked to basically implement the things wherein suddenly I'm feeling I am getting the lag in my environment. Okay. How can I fix the lag? What could be the possible reason? So the answer to that question, guys, is GoldenGate, when a lag is there, when a performance issues are there, we have to understand one thing is GoldenGate is a product which wherein there are multiple parts involved, which include GoldenGate, which include database, which include operating system, which include network as well. So we need to monitor the logs at every level, ensuring that all these things are covered well. So So you may be facing lag in your environment. So it may not be a golden gate issue. It may be a database issue. See, the thing is, at the database level, if you're facing Aura 600, it will cause your it will cause your golden gate performance. If you have any other issue being faced at the network level, it will negatively impact your database. It will negatively impact your golden gate as well. So of course there are few things which we need to consider and we will be discussing in detail as well. So with 23 AI, the security has been improved a lot. The API integration has been introduced wherein automatic processes with REST API could be created. Then seamlessly replicate data to cloud database. So cloud support has also been included. Now you may say that as per Oracle, there are many more features. Guys, we have to understand one thing. Of course, there are new features which are introduced, but not all of them are relative, or we are not going to use all of them. We'll be introducing, or I'll be discussing only those during the sessions which are relative to you, which are not relative to you. I won't discuss those, of course, during the session. If you want, there is an Oracle blog available. You can go through that.